The Book of Enoch Chapter 15. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness, approach hither and hear my voice. And go, say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for men and not men for you. Wherefore have ye left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants' sons? And though ye were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh, and as the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish. Therefore have I given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and beget children by them, that thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you, for as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh, shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from the holy watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling, but as for the spirits of the earth which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirits of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth, and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst, and cause offenses. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them. God reassures Enoch, calling him righteous and inviting him to listen. This sets the tone for a divine message of judgment and revelation. God rebukes the fallen angels or watchers for reversing their roles. They were meant to guide and intercede for humans, not seek human intercession. This verse condemns the watchers for abandoning their heavenly nature to engage in forbidden relations with human women, resulting in the birth of the Nephilim, giants. The watchers, once immortal and spiritual, degraded themselves by indulging in mortal desires, aligning themselves with perishable beings. God explains that humans were given wives to fulfill their earthly purpose. The watchers, being spiritual, were not meant to follow this path. A reminder of the watchers' original exalted state, immortal and spiritual, not bound by earthly needs. God clarifies that angels were never meant to marry or reproduce, as their domain and nature are heavenly. The offspring of the watchers and human women, giants, are condemned to become evil spirits bound to the earth. These hybrid beings are inherently corrupt due to their unnatural origin and will be known as evil spirits. A distinction is made between heavenly beings and earthly ones. The evil spirits are confined to the earth. The evil spirits harbor hostility toward humanity, especially women, as a reflection of their origin and corruption. Several Bible verses relate closely to the themes and ideas found in Enoch Chapter 15, especially regarding the watchers, fallen angels, the Nephilim, giants, and the origin of evil spirits. Here are some key related passages. Genesis 6 verses 1-4. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. This is the foundational passage that the Book of Enoch expands upon. The sons of God are interpreted in Enoch as the watchers, and their union with human women leads to the birth of giants or Nephilim. Jude 1 verses 6-7. And the angels who did not keep their positions of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling, these he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for judgment on the great day. Jude directly references the Watchers' rebellion, echoing Enoch's account. This is one of the clearest New Testament allusions to the Book of Enoch. 2 Peter 2 verse 4. For if God did not spare angels when they sinned, but sent them to hell, putting them in chains of darkness to be held for judgment. Another reference to the punishment of the fallen angels, consistent with Enoch's narrative. Revelation 12 verses 7 to 9. Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back. This apocalyptic imagery of fallen angels and spiritual warfare resonates with the themes of rebellion and judgment in Enoch. Here are some key takeaways from chapter 15 of the Book of Enoch. The reversal of roles. The Watchers, or fallen angels, were meant to guide and intercede for humanity. Instead, they sought human intercession, reversing their divine role and violating heavenly order. The sin of the Watchers. The Watchers abandoned their heavenly nature to engage in forbidden relationships with human women. This act of rebellion led to the birth of the Nephilim, or giants. These were hybrid beings not part of God's intended creation. The origin of evil spirits. After the death of the Nephilim, their spirits became evil spirits that roamed the earth. These spirits are described as malevolent, insatiable, and hostile toward humanity. Angels were not created to marry or reproduce. Doing so was a corruption of their nature. The Watchers are condemned for their actions and are denied forgiveness. Their offspring, the evil spirits, are destined to remain on earth, causing suffering and destruction. This chapter offers an explanation for the presence of evil spirits in the world. It also emphasizes the importance of divine order, obedience, and the consequences of transgressing spiritual boundaries. Here are a few practical examples of how these evil spirits are interpreted as causing suffering and destruction in the world today. Violence and war. Ongoing conflicts, terrorism, and civil wars. These are often seen as influenced by malevolent spiritual forces that incite hatred, division, and bloodshed among people. Addiction and substance abuse. Widespread addiction to drugs, alcohol, and other harmful substances. These are spiritual attacks that enslave individuals, destroy families, and erode communities. Mental and emotional distress. Rising rates of depression, anxiety, and suicide. Evil spirits are sometimes believed to exploit human vulnerability, leading to despair and hopelessness. Corruption and injustice. Systemic corruption, exploitation of the poor, and abuse of power. These are seen as signs of spiritual decay, where evil influences manipulate leaders and institutions. Occult practices and spiritual deception. Increased interest in occultism, witchcraft, and false spiritual teachings. These are believed to open doors to demonic influence, leading people away from truth and light. Thank you for watching our video on chapter 15 of the Book of Enoch. We hope you found it insightful and engaging. If you enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing to our channel. We'll be posting more videos on the Book of Enoch soon, and you won't want to miss any of them. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights,